Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Chance's shocking exit. Summer's perfect partner gone, leans on Kyle. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers suggest that Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, and Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, have hit a good groove. Chance has undeniably been a positive influence in her life, and instead of adding chaos to her life when drama hits, he has a way of calming her down. Not only did he help smooth over the custody issues she was having with Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, where Harrison Abbott, Redding Munsell, was concerned, but he's also bridged a gap between her and Claire Newman, Haley Aaron. The two women recently hurdled over a big step and had a great conversation. Summer has mentioned multiple times in recent weeks how her romance with Chance is the best thing that's ever happened to her. There is no lying or worries about cheating, and Chance is not only one of the good ones, but he is easy on the eyes too. Summons has a ton of chemistry. Still, with Connor Floyd being dropped to contract status some time ago, it's hard not to think that the show could drop the hammer on this character very soon. While there are plenty of recurring players on the soap, this doesn't mean that Chance could be officially released at some point. There's nothing more shocking than a character's death, and as Chance's portrayer isn't bound to the soap, he'd be a good contender for something like this. Plus, it sounds like the show could be gearing up for a Summer, Kyle, Claire love triangle too. There's no way Summer or Chance would break up with each other anytime soon, and as Claire and Kyle get closer, his ex-wife is bound to be rubbed the wrong way. Still, Summer loves Chance and is happy with him, so even if she is jealous, it doesn't sound like she would act on her feelings and risk losing him. But what if Chance passes away in a shocking accident? Could a former criminal he put away get released and attack or shoot him? Could a tragedy strike GC, where a lot of people are injured, but Chance becomes a casualty in it all? Young and the Restless spoilers hint that if anything happened to Chance, Summer's life would be flipped upside. With Kyle and Claire becoming closer and possibly moving toward a romance, would this cause some friction in their possible relationship? Summer may turn to Kyle, not only her ex, but her oldest friend during this time. With Chance gone, this also may stir up old feelings for Harrison's parents. Genoa City has been a whirlpool of drama lately, but the latest shockwave promises to rattle everyone's foundations. Chance Chancellor, the ever-dedicated cop with a heart of gold, has been the glue holding Genoa City's law enforcement together, but soon that will change as Chance is set to make an unexpected exit. While his departure will leave a void in the city, it's Summer Newman who feels the sharpest sting. In a twist no one saw coming, Chance's exit throws Summer's world into chaos, leaving her vulnerable and seeking solace in a place she never imagined, Kyle Abbott. For months, Summer has been trying to keep her head above water. After her roller coaster relationship with Kyle, she thought she'd finally found stability in her career and personal life. With Chance stepping into her life unexpectedly, the connection between them felt almost perfect, too perfect. His steady presence, his understanding of her ambitions, and his quiet strength gave Summer something she didn't even know she was missing. Summer wasn't looking for a romantic relationship with Chance, at least not initially. Their connection started as an unlikely friendship. Summer, the powerhouse in the business world, had been feeling the weight of the demands placed upon her. Between her battles at Newman Media and the fallout from her strained relationship with Kyle, she needed someone who could understand the complexities of her life without making it more complicated. Chance fit that role perfectly. He became her sounding board, someone she could rely on without fear of judgment. Chance, always the gentleman, kept their interactions light and professional, though it was clear to anyone who watched that there was a deeper connection growing between them. But as they grew closer, Chance's dark, brooding side began to emerge. He had been dealing with his own demons, remnants of his time in law enforcement and his struggles with Abby, which cast a shadow over his typically composed demeanor. The chemistry between Summer and Chance was undeniable, yet neither had dared to take that next step, not while the ghost of their past relationships still lingered heavily in the background. Summer couldn't bring herself to fully close the chapter with Kyle, even as her feelings for Chance began to deepen. The intensity of their friendship had kept her at a crossroads, too emotionally tied to move forward, but too engaged to turn back. Then came the bombshell no one saw coming. Chance's sudden decision to leave Genoa City. Caught between his professional obligations and personal struggles, he decided it was time for a fresh start. For Chance, leaving the city was a way to heal. He had given everything to his job, his family, and his friends, but in the process he lost a part of himself. His decision to leave was not one of selfishness, but of survival. He needed space to rediscover who he was beyond the badge and the expectations others had placed upon him. But for Summer, his exit hit like a wrecking ball. The news of Chance's departure left Summer spiraling. She had grown accustomed to his presence in her life, a steadying force amidst the chaos. His absence suddenly felt like a chasm she couldn't cross. It wasn't just the loss of a friend, it was the loss of someone who had become her perfect partner in navigating the messiness of her world. Her emotions, long bottled up and ignored, came rushing to the surface. Feeling unmoored, Summer found herself drawn back to Kyle, her ex, her once great love, and the father of her child. The relationship between them had always been turbulent, but it had also been filled with passion. With Chance gone, Summer's unresolved feelings for Kyle began to resurface, much to her own confusion. Kyle, now entangled in his own web of issues with Audra and the fallout of his professional decisions, was equally thrown by Summer's return to his orbit. Kyle wasn't sure how to react to Summer leaning on him once again. Their marriage may have ended, but the bond they shared was undeniable. He had moved on, or at least tried to, yet seeing Summer in such a vulnerable state stirred something in him that he thought was long buried. Watching her grapple with Chance's departure awakened memories of their past, the good and the bad. As Summer began to rely more on Kyle for support, old sparks began to flicker between them. Kyle found himself being pulled back into her emotional orbit, despite his best efforts to keep things strictly platonic. But could they really go back to what they once were? Or was this just another chapter in their never-ending saga of passion and heartbreak? Meanwhile, Audra, who had been quietly observing from the sidelines, wasn't going to take Summer's reappearance in Kyle's life lying down. Audra had plans, big ones, and they didn't involve Kyle falling back into old patterns with his ex. She had worked hard to position herself as a key player in both Kyle's personal and professional life, and she wasn't about to let Summer's grief over Chance derail that. Audra's next move was calculated. She decided to confront Kyle about his feelings for Summer, forcing him to face his own indecision. Kyle, caught between the woman who represented his past and the one who had become his present, found himself at a crossroads once again. Audra knew that if she didn't take control of the situation, Summer would worm her way back into Kyle's heart. As Genoa City braces for the fallout of Chance's exit, the ripple effects are already being felt. Summer, left reeling by the sudden loss of her perfect partner, is torn between the emotions of her past with Kyle and the unresolved connection with Chance. Kyle, stuck between his loyalty to Audra and the undeniable pull of his history with Summer, faces a decision that could change the course of all their lives. With Chance gone, the question remains, will Summer's perfect partner truly stay out of her life for good? Or is this just the beginning of a complicated love triangle that threatens to upend everything? In Genoa City, nothing is ever simple, and as Summer leans on Kyle in her time of need, the stage is set for a new chapter in their tumultuous saga.